Yo guys, welcome back to another video, and in this video I'm going to be going over this question I got asked, which is how to stay mentally stable for a long period of time while trading. Now, when I mean long period of time, I mean as long as possible, because trading is hard and it's a career that you need to have your mental game on point as much as you can, for as long as you can. And there will be good periods and there will be bad periods, but you need to be able to manage that emotional and keep yourself on track. Not get too excited, not get too upset over things. And for me personally, obviously, I'm going to be speaking about my opinion on it. I know other people might have different answers. I might talk about technicals and stuff, but this video I'm going to focus more on outside of trading, because to me, a lot of what how you perform inside your trading is affected from your outside of trading. And no, I'm not going to say, oh, go gym, be disciplined, blah blah blah, because that I think that's BS. I know a lot of people who do not go gym and they can trade well. So don't have that mindset of oh, I need to go gym and be disciplined, blah blah blah. Yes, it can help for you with your trading, and I'll get into that, but I'm not going to talk about those type of stuff today. So yeah, let me just get into the next slide. Okay, so the one first point is, don't let trading consume you, and your life. It's bad for you and it's bad for your trade. When you came into trading, you trade to make money, let's say, or for freedom, or both. It gives you that freedom to do whatever you want, travel wherever you want, blah blah blah, that dream lifestyle. you know you do not want to make trading like a job. And yes, it can be a job, and it's enjoyable for some people, but when I mean do not let trading consume you, it can have negative effects where people are just addicted too much and they're not being efficient with what they're actually doing, and it's not even giving them the results, so they're just wasting their time, and it can lead to more problems. Because trading is like a performance based thing. Like, more time does not mean more results. you know Spending more time on charts and trying to back test for thousands of hours isn't going to bring you more results. I know people who have back tested for triple, five times the time I back tested, and they've still got nowhere. you know and it's like, why is that? They've put in more work than me somehow, or more time. I've paid my dues in the market, but those people have put more time, but yet they're getting nowhere. It's because it's what they're doing with their time. They're not being efficient, they're not doing the right things, their psychology is not here. So that is what I mean by, more time does not mean more results. And a lot of people fall into that notion of thinking, oh, if I just grind and learn and blah blah blah, I'm just gonna eventually get results. And yes, that is true, but at the same time, what you are grinding on and what you are putting your time towards has to be efficient. And I feel like a lot of people waste time. Like going to the gym and spending 6 hours a day in the gym does not mean you're gonna get more muscles. It's the guy who goes gym for 1 hour, does the workout he needs to do, is efficient with his time, and then moves on to the next thing. You know, you can't be wasting your time on silly things. And why I say that, and to do with your mental state, is because if you're just sitting there around doing stuff you're not meant to be doing and just wasting your time, it leads to burnout. And I'll get onto that. So again, step one: be efficient while you do trading. You want to keep a stable mind as much as you can, because you want to be doing the right things, and you want to know that you're doing the right things. You don't want to be just wasting hours and hours doing the wrong thing, and it's not even giving you results for anything. Um, like, so yeah, like some people just backtest forever, and they're backtest merchants, but they'll never test it out on a live. They'll be too scared to go on live, but they'll backtest every day, every hour backtesting. But when it comes to live, they'll never backtest. So it's like stuff like that. You're wasting your time and your mental energy on that, because now when you come to the market and you have no experience, you're gonna mess up, and that might affect your psychology. So that's what I mean by, don't waste your time on things that you shouldn't be doing. Be doing the right thing. Um, and yeah, try to cut out other things in your life that may have a negative effect on your trading. Now, for everyone, this can be different. Maybe someone who's an alcoholic, let's say, or that's a bad word to use, or let's say you just go partying on the weekends, and Monday comes and you sleep through the sessions, or you go partying or sleep late every night and you sleep through the sessions. And you're missing trades, you're missing sessions, especially if you're trading London session. I know a lot of people are like that, who they sleep late and then they completely miss the session. Like, I don't have a problem with sleeping late. I sleep late myself, but if you're gonna trade the next day, then wake up for that session and attend. Um, Otherwise, you're just missing sessions. You're missing out on opportunities. For your trading, that is bad, obviously, and just for your mental state in general. You don't want to be waking up late to the session or be in a rush to the session. You don't want to wake up like 1 minute before the session or halfway through the session and you're like, oh shit, like I missed my entry, or I'm trying to look for entry. You want to wake up with enough time. Obviously, it's different for everyone, and just attend the session normally. Don't be in a rush to do this or do that. So that is what I mean by cut out negative things. Or maybe something triggers you, like you have I don't know, a relationship or something, and someone's always annoying you, or distracting you, or this and that. You just need to cut that stuff out, because the way you feel outside of trading, a lot of people will apply that to trading. And yes, you can have like an alter ego, and that's built for experience. So where you're trading is completely detached from your normal life, and a lot of people can do that. I can do that, but that's a thing that takes more experience. But for now, as a beginner, I would just say just cut out the things that you don't need. Things or people that might upset you. You don't need them in your life. They're just wasting your time. You might as well cut them out. Why are you just still keeping them around for? As a person, you just want to level up and I guess focus on your trading. Why are you just wasting your time letting someone just bug you and annoy you and just have a bad impact on your psychology? Because then if you're having a bad week trading and you're having an even worse week outside of trading, it's just all gonna, it's not good. So if you're having a good life and a good people around you outside of trading, and you're having a bad week in trading, you have the people there, you have the things to do to kind of get you a bit distracted and kind of lift you up, if that makes sense. That's the way I see it. And then you can just go back to the markets fresh, take a reset. Because people who are struggling in trading, having a bad week, which we all have bad weeks, it's normal. But then after, outside of trading, you have nothing to do, you're upset, you're still angry about trading, or you don't have anyone like to go out with, or to just even go out yourself for a walk. You're just stuck at home, just thinking. Thoughts will eat you up, thinking, oh, maybe I should revenge trade and make my money back so I can feel good about myself and change my emotion. You start to think like, oh, if I can just make my money back, I'll feel good inside. It shouldn't be like that. It shouldn't be where trading depicts how you feel. If you're happy, sad, your life is your life outside. You should try to be happy as much as you can. And then when it comes to trading, you trade. It's the same way every day, 2-3 times a day, you brush your teeth and you have no emotion towards it. When you go and brush your teeth in the morning, do you start giggling and start laughing and you like, oh, I love brushing my teeth? Or do you go to the start brushing your teeth and start crying? No, you have no emotion because you're used to it. You do it every day, and once you're done brushing your teeth, you'll stop until the next day, and then you'll go and do something else. So view your trading like brushing your teeth. Get it done and move on to the next thing, and just live your life for the rest of the day. Like after you finish brushing your teeth, you don't sit there and start thinking about the whole day. Oh, I should have brushed my teeth more, I should have done this, blah blah blah. Once you brush your teeth well, you forget about it until the next time comes. That is how I like to view my trading. Once I'm done with the day and I've traded or I haven't traded, I'll forget about my trading and just go live like a normal life. And then when it's time to trade, the opportunities are there, it's time to show up, then you show up. And step 3, try not to get bored and sit around and do nothing, because this can harm you a lot. Once you're done with trading, for the rest of the day, if you're having a bad week and you're sitting around the house doing nothing, you'll have those thoughts that will eat you up and creep inside you and try to say like, oh, maybe you should revenge trade next session and try and make your money back, or do this, do that. And those are the self-sabotage which you don't want. This is why I say, once you're done with trading, go completely do something else. The best traders that I personally know, once they're done trading, they'll forget about it and just go live a life, because If you're sitting around doing nothing, that can creep up on you and just self-sabotage you. So I hope that made sense. And obviously it's different for everyone, but these are my points to how to keep mentally well and just to have a normal peaceful life when it comes to trading. Because when you trade, you want to be as peaceful as you can be. You don't want to have any emotion to what you're doing or to the market or to the world around you. You don't want to have an argument with your sister and you're upset and then it's now time to trade. I haven't been through that experience, but it might have an effect on you. So now there's more towards trading, and this is not something you can just do in a day. It comes from like what I was teaching yesterday or in the previous video where I'm talking about how you need to understand that losses and bad periods are normal and they will happen in trading, and you need to be able to accept those, because the ego won't allow it, and you're just making it harder for yourself. If you can't accept that there will be losses, there will be losing periods, you're always going to want to win and try win and find a way to win, and it's really not going to end well. So when you can accept that you're going to have losses and bad periods, it's better for your mental state, because then you understand that this is normal. Let me just continue with my life and just continue trading, and this will go. You see what I'm saying? When it's sunny and the storm comes, you don't start crying and throwing a fit and getting upset because it's storm and raining. And you trust you trust it, and you know that eventually the storm is going to go. The storm's not going to be here forever, the rain's not going to be here forever, and then the sunshine will come. So it's the same with trading. You need to understand that these things will happen. The same way it can rain tomorrow is the same way you can have a loss next. Okay, and it can happen, it will happen, and you just need to accept it. And once it happens, move on. Just continue living your day. When it rains, yes, maybe you might cancel plans, but you'll still get on with your day. You're not just going to sit there and cry for the whole day because it's raining. You'll move on and get your day done. So same with trading. When these bad periods come and these losses come, continue with your trading and continue with your life. Don't let it have an effect on you. And I know it's easier said than done, because a lot of people rely on trading. They want trading to work, but it's why be upset of something that is inevitable and natural to happen? You don't get upset over rain and storm, so why are you going to get upset over losses and bad periods? I know it's two different things. One's money, one's the weather, but it's the exact same probabilities of this happening. You need to view your trading like that, because if you're not and you're viewing it in terms of money and whatnot, it's going to have a very bad psychological effect on you, and mentally it's very, very bad. So again, with being mentally well and how to keep a stable mind, it's a numerous of things that you have to understand and be okay with. Same with anything else in trading. It's not just one thing I can tell you. Sorry, it's not just one thing I can say, do this and you'll mentally be fine, because that's not the truth. It's many things, and for each person it's different. So yeah, like for someone, maybe gym works for them, and if it works for a lot of people, once they get angry in the market, they'll go take it out on the gym. And my point of view in that is like, why are you even getting angry at the market? You shouldn't even be at that stage. You shouldn't even let the market affect you, because why do you need to be angry at the market to then take it out on gym? It shouldn't be like that. But yeah, I hope that made sense, and let me move on to the next thing. So this is another thing, a big point. I know that the jump from studying to full-time trading can be hard. This video is a bit more for the beginners, but also for the advanced people. Because for a beginner, a lot of people think that when you're learning, you always have to be on the charts, always learning, always this and that. And yes, I do understand it, because I went through that myself, and I do agree with it. But it gets to a point where you learn everything you need to know, everything you need to do, and you're still continuing to put in the same amount of time. And I feel like that is where people go wrong, and you suffer burnout and stuff. So, in this day and age, there's like a hustle mentality, and people think, oh, I'm grinding trading, I'm grinding every day. I need to be doing 10 hours a day. I need to backtest 12 hours a day. And, it gives yourself that dopamine. You think you're doing something. But like I was saying, I know people who backtested hours more than me. They're still backtesting to this day. Okay? And they still haven't got nowhere. Like, why is that? They've put in 10 times the time I put, but yet they're still not there. And I'm not saying I'm better trader than them. I'm just saying you need to be efficient with your time, because a lot of people are doing things that they shouldn't be doing. Like, I mean, not shouldn't, but they don't need to be doing, and they're not getting nowhere. It's just a waste of their time. It's like, why are you going to keep doing and spending hundreds of hours on something that you're getting no results in, when you already know everything you need to do? If you have the recipe for a cake and you know what you need to do to make the cake, why are you just gonna start messing up the recipe and adding extra eggs and adding more flour? The finished product is not gonna be a finished product. So you need to get out that mindset that in this day and age we have of like, oh, I need to hustle 24/7. I need to grind. I need to be on my grind. Blah 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 blah. Because with trading, it's not like that. You need to be efficient and know what you're doing, and that's with many things in life. Because like I was saying, a lot of people think that more time on charts means more profits and more opportunities and blah blah blah, and no, that's not true. I know people who trade 10 minutes a week, one trade a week, boom, that's it. Enter the trade and go shower, and that's, don't even look at the chart, yeah, and you're done. And they're more efficient than the people who are on the charts for 5 hours a day trying to look for a setup every session. Know when you need to trade, and know when you need to show up, and know when you don't need to show up, and show up when you need to. And yeah, now again, for the second point, if London is the only thing you trade, then why do you sit there for the rest of the day looking at the chart? When you go to the barber shop, you show up, you get your trim, and you go home. Why are you going to sit in the barber shop for another 4 hours after you have cut your hair? And I understand, people say, oh, I like to forward test New York session and tape read it. And if you're doing that, then fair enough. But in my opinion, if you're only going to be trading London, and you're not going to trade New York, and you're never going to trade New York, you don't want to trade it at all, you only love London and London works for you, you don't really need to be there. You're just wasting your time. If you have the time and you want to, I'm not going to say no, it's bad, don't do it, but a lot of people think that they have to be doing it. Again, back to that hustle mindset, thinking, oh, I need to be there. You don't need to, you want to, and yes, it can help, but it gets to a point where, how many times are you going to see an order block go into react away? There's only so many times that you need to see it, and the best practice is live. The way, in my opinion, the way London moves to the way New York moves is completely different. So understand London, and then if you want, go to New York, because a lot of people try to focus on both and they try to balance this and that. I personally believe just focus on one session or one period of time, and stick to it. And the most profitable people I've spoken to, they tell me the exact same thing: one pair, one session, one time frame. I mean, like, 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. Like a set time frame. They look at the chart and look for their system, and if it's not there, they move on. Because why are you there when you're not? Asia session, you don't trade Asia session. So are you up there at midnight sitting at Asia session watching it? No, you're not. So yeah, that was another key point. And again, just do what makes you happy. Be creative, spend time with family, find new hobbies. It's different for everyone. But just do what makes you happy outside of trading. Because if you have a happy life outside of trading, your trading should be good, in terms of performance wise and how you feel internally. Because if you have a good life outside of trading, once you come to trading, let's say even if you have a bad week, good week, you go back to your nice life, and you enjoy it, you appreciate it for what you have, your friends, your family, whatever, and then come back to trading when you need to. Because I don't know about learning, but once you get to a stage when you're profitable and you know what you're doing, trading is essentially quite boring. It's just repeating that same system again and again and again. And obviously the whole process of trading is fun, but like doing it is not fun. So if you have a boring life outside and you're mentally not well outside of trading, it's going to be harder. Even it's going to be even harder for you to do trading. And even if that's going back to video games, I'm not saying go be addicted to video games and play 24/7, but if that's what makes you happy and distracts you for a bit, then do that. Or maybe start another business, learn something else. So yeah. And in terms of starting another business and stuff, obviously trading should always come number one, and you should try and make it in trading. But you can try other stuff, because a lot of people try to do trading. I've been in this experience myself. You try to make trading work, and you're not you're there, but you're not there yet in trading. And then you try to do another business, and then you're trying to juggle two things at once, and it's just too much. And then you just realize that no, I just need to stick to one. So if you can juggle two, three, then do it. But I'm just saying, because that can have a mental effect. If you have two businesses going on and the other business is stressing you out so much, then it's going to be harder for you to now focus on trading. I spoke to one guy recently. He has a lot of tech companies, and he was telling me how they're very stressful to manage, and he wants to just sell them and just to focus on trading. So the best thing ideally is to just try focus on trading and then live a nice peaceful life outside of it. And yeah, nothing much more I can say. I think there's one more slide. Yeah, I was saying the way you approach it can be different. You understand yourself best. I don't know how you are. You know internally what you need to know best. I hope what I said helped, but again, just show up when you need to show up. Be efficient with your time and what you do and what you focus on in terms of trading wise. And again, you go to the gym to get muscles and to get in better shape or to be more healthier. You don't go to gym to then make gym your life and be in gym 24/7. It's the same with trading. You start trading to have that freedom or for money or for other stuff, and you don't want to make trading consumes you and you get burnout. Again, spending way too much time on trading and charts can lead to burnout and self-sabotage. And these 2 points apply a bit more to once you're a bit more advanced, because when you're a beginner, I do understand that you have to be on the chart 24/7 learning and trying to adapt and apply hours that once. But these 2 points are more for once you know what you're doing, you have a system, and it's just about executing it. Because the best way of learning and gaining more experience is by gaining more experience in the market and trading every day. There's only so much back testing you can do. I'm not saying just to quit all of that. Yes, you can still back test. Yes, you should still do a lot of research into trading and spend a lot of time on it. But I'm not saying make it your life to where you're doing 12-hour shifts learning about trading and it's mentally hurting your brain. You're getting tired. You're not giving time for your friends, your family, people around you. Because in my opinion, you can balance both. You can find time to do everything you need to in trading and then find time to do other stuff. Find that balance. It's different for everyone. People have education or people go to work. Just find that right balance for you and make it work. So yeah, I've said a lot. I hope it helped. This was just kind of my opinion on what I think about how to keep a good mental state. Again, just be efficient with your time. And yeah, so I'll catch you guys in the next video.